Welcome back to the channel. As we talk to the people at GED, we will continue to share everything we find out with you. Based on the GED conference this past summer of 2024, identifying bias and propaganda is a crucial skill on the GED Social Studies exam. It's all about sharpening your critical thinking and reasoning abilities. We're here to help you understand what this means and how to spot it. So let me ask you, do you know what bias or propaganda mean? Take a moment to think about it. Maybe you've heard these terms in the news or in your daily life. If you thought bias is when someone has an unfair preference or prejudice for or against something, you're on the right track. And if you said propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a particular point of view, then you're absolutely correct. Now let's go even further. Why do you think it's important to identify bias and propaganda, especially when reading historical texts or news articles? Well, recognizing them helps us understand the underlying messages and evaluate the credibility of the information we're consuming. Let me give you an example. Imagine reading a passage like this. The city's new policy is a disastrous move that tramples on the rights of hardworking citizens, forcing them into unbearable situations, while the out-of-touch officials sit comfortably in their offices, ignoring the people's pleas. What do you notice about this passage? Do you sense any emotional language or charged words? Words like disastrous, tramples, unbearable, and out of touch are strong indicators of bias. They evoke emotions and push the reader toward a specific viewpoint. Now, let's see how we can rewrite this passage in a neutral, fact-based manner. The city's new policy has introduced changes that affect citizens' daily routines. Some residents express concerns about potential challenges, while officials state they are monitoring the situation to address any issues that arise. Do you see the difference? The revised version removes the emotional language and presents the information objectively. It allows readers to form their own opinions based on facts, rather than being influenced by charged words. Why is this important? On the GED Social Studies exam, you'll be expected to distinguish between fact and opinion, identify biased language, and recognize propaganda techniques. So, how can you develop this skill? Here are a few strategies. 1. Look for emotional language. Words that provoke strong feelings can signal bias or propaganda. Ask yourself if the language is neutral or if it's trying to sway your emotions. 2. Identify generalizations. Statements that use words like always, never, everyone, or no one may indicate a biased perspective. 3. Consider the source. Think about who is presenting the information. Do they have a particular agenda or viewpoint? Check for evidence. Reliable information is usually supported by facts, data, or credible references. If these are lacking, the passage might be biased. Remember, being able to spot bias and propaganda empowers you to make informed decisions and think critically about the information you encounter. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more GED prep content. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time. Happy studying.